this is a problem. Normally I would just, like, are any of you in the room going to understand if I say mic check?
Yeah.
Oh, of course. I got a laugh out of a couple of you. That's all right. My job is done. Okay, so I have never been a member of the SWP or of any other revolutionary party because I come from a tradition of socialist and anarchist thinking which which is at odds with the party structure, which is autonomism, and I also come from I'm an internet journalist, which sits very, very badly indeed with any kind of party format right now. Once I was wavering, and a lady came up to me with a clipboard at Marxism 3 years ago and said, "Oh, you should totally join the SWP." And I said, "But I'm a journalist and I've written things that you might not find acceptable." They said, "It's okay, you can recant them." No, you don't understand. And so that's really why I can't. I'm in a specific position where I'm not able to do my job and be a member of a party, which is one of the reasons I'm here from the internet. But I can't. It's not my intention to speak very much to internal party disputes that I'm not a part of, because I don't have this. I just feel I don't have the same emotional, long-standing personal relationship with what's gone on over the last 6 months as a lot of people in this room. I'm very, very aware of that, and I'm aware that we can talk in theoretical terms, it's very, very important that we do, but for a lot of people I know, either still in the Socialist Workers' Party or having recently left the Socialist Workers' Party, this is a massively personal issue, right? Tempers are running really, really high, and people are being forced to choose between an organisation which forms a great deal of their personal, social, ideological lives and being true to their conscience. And I understand that that's massively, massively difficult. It's not always an easy choice. So what I wanted to say is that there are 3 things that are going on right now ideologically in terms of which knit together what's happened with the Socialist Workers' Party rape crisis with what's happening across the world in terms of revolutionary movements and how they're stalling and coming together again. The first thing is enormous crisis of capitalism and of representative democracy, which is happening across the world, from Brazil to Turkey to Egypt to the UK, as Ruth said. The second is a technological change which is altering entirely the way that we organise, the way that we relate to each other socially, the way that we form networks and systems of resistance. And the third is an enormous uptick in women's consciousness. People finally having the courage and having the tools to discuss rape culture, to discuss misogyny on a structural level. What has happened to the Socialist Workers' Party this year is trying to tackle one whilst completely ignoring the other 2. You cannot fix socialism. You can't fight a revolutionary war on an ideological basis whilst you ignore the internet and you ignore women.
Absolutely.
It's trying to. Thanks. It's something massive is happening all over the world. An enormous change on several levels is happening. And I'm aware I only have 5 minutes, but I just wanted to bring people to the idea that there is that. Okay, let me put this another way. So what I have heard in either explicitly or implicitly in a lot of radical situations I've been part of, from organised socialist situations and meetings to more disorganised anarchist situations and meetings, is that women's liberation is part of what we do after the revolution happens, right? The revolution will sort of probably contain women's liberation and feminism as part of it. We shouldn't push for it specifically because that's just a massive distraction, right? If we divide people by if we divide people by asking them to wait till after the revolution, then that's going to stall the revolution that we want. I've been told to wrap up, but the point I wanted to make at the end of this is that for me and for a growing consciousness of women, both within and outside existing parties, feminism is the revolution. You can't have a socialist movement without it, and trying to will lead to failure, I believe.
Absolutely.